The sun slowly peeked over the shoulder of the mountain, its rays timidly spilling into the valley below, heralding the dawn. Yet, there was an eerie stillness in the air. Birds parked in a nearby tree remained silent as the golden light washed over them, their eyes fixed on something distant and unseen. Down in the valley, a group of deer and their fawns emerged cautiously from the shadowed forest, their heads turning in unison towards the same mysterious point on the horizon. The scene felt frozen, as if time itself had stopped. The leaves on the tree hung motionless, bereft of even the slightest whisper of wind. It was as if the world was holding its breath. Not a single dust particle dared to drift from the jagged rock at the peak of a nearby cliff. The landscape seemed painted in stillness, an unspoken tension gripping the air. Even the normally bouncy brook that wound its way through the valley was silent, its waters shimmering with an unnatural stillness. A palpable sense of anticipation hung over the scene, the silence amplifying the mystery of what lay beyond the gaze of the animals. It was as if every creature, every leaf, every rock was waiting for something momentous to break the spell of stillness, to breathe life back into the world trapped in this breathless moment. The shattered remains of a clay cup lay scattered on the ground, its water seeping into the thirsty earth. Nearby, a round bronze shield leaned effortlessly against the stone, catching the early morning light. The dirt bore silent witness to recent chaos, with sand scattered haphazardly in multiple directions. Two sets of footprints trailed eastward, marking the path of a hasty departure. The smoke from the makeshift fire wavered weakly, its life dwindling as errant sand snuffed out the feeble flames. An abandoned sword lay nearby, its blade partially buried in the dirt. The air was thick with the imminent threat of a storm, punctuated by the crackling of thunder that rumbled ominously close. Golden rays of the rising sun reached the campsite, casting long shadows over the scene. Without warning, the dying flame roared back to life, its sudden ferocity consuming the wood and melting the sword into molten metal. It was as if some unseen force had breathed life into the fire, igniting it with an intensity that defied explanation. As the sunlight climbed the rocky wall, it illuminated a massive boulder blocking an entrance. The rock appeared immovable, its surface scarred with the marks of countless struggles. This ancient sentinel had withstood the ravages of time, standing firm against all who sought to pass. Suddenly, sparks of electricity danced across the boulder's surface, their bright flashes illuminating the dark stone. Yet the rock remained unscathed, showing no sign of cracking or breaking. Then, with a slow, deliberate motion, the boulder began to roll away, like a well-oiled wheel set into motion by some ancient mechanism. A mysterious sound echoed in the background, a rhythmic thrum that reverberated through the air, distinctly unnatural and unsettling. The campsite lay eerily undisturbed, with no footprints to betray recent activity. Dust swirled in ghostly eddies, dancing across the ground as if caught in an invisible current. Whatever had been here was now gone, leaving no trace, sensing the imminent emergence from the cave. Immediately, a hand emerged, gripping the edge of the rock with a strength born of determination and unrivaled power. As the figure pulled itself into the light, the surrounding forest came alive. Deers, birds, and other creatures lifted their heads, their voices rising in an awed, harmonious choir at the sight of the man. He was the firstborn, risen, to greet the eternal dawn of a new day. His presence ushered a reign under a new regime, a living symbol of renewal and hope. The golden rays of the sun seemed to bow before him, casting a halo of light that danced around his form. The air shimmered with a palpable energy, the promise of a new beginning ringing through the valley.